Hello and welcome. My name is Stephanie Kraft. I am so happy you're here joining today. I am here at the YMCA of Ashland. Today I will be going over about 15 to 20 minute little demo of Pilates. So Pilates is my passion and I am excited I get to share a little bit of my knowledge with you. So Pilates is a really amazing foundational exercise to really build a strong, solid body from the inside out. So it's all focused on creating a healthy pelvic floor, creating better posture alignment. Of all the exercises you can do, this one is probably one of the most critical ones to really, for longevity, to help you live a long and balanced life, fixing injuries, preventing injuries. So working on all of those little tiny intrinsic muscles, the little stabilizers of the body that we don't otherwise get in a lot of other forms of movement. So it's a lovely component if you wanted to add that to your routine of any other movements that you do in your life. So we're going to start with we're going to do some really foundational basic movements just for you to connect with your body and your core and just to see what this is all about. So let's sit nice and tall, bringing your knees down. We're going to start just with some breathing. So Pilates is our breathing pattern is in through the nose and out through the mouth. And it's usually an expressed breath, air out through the mouth. So we're all going to take our hands to our ribs. And I just want you to breathe in through the nose and expand and allow pushing your hands away. And exhale, release. So really expanding the ribs laterally, pressing the air outwards. Exhale, breathe out. So instead of our belly breathing that we do oftentimes in like yoga or our general breathing patterns, we're creating that space for our abdominal cavity to do work. So the lateral breathing allows for that. So we'll take another breath or two. Let's go. Exhale. And also think about the back body as well, expanding behind you. Inhale here. And exhale. Release. Good. And then one more time. Nice big breath. And exhale, release. And see if you can really draw in that lower abdominals. Good. And so let's focus on that a little bit now. So focusing on, take a nice big inhale. When you release, we'll squeeze in those lower abdominals. So think about Kegels, the deep, deep core muscles. So squeezing all of those lower, your anal cavity and the urethra and all of this. I know a little detailed with the terminology here, but all of the cavities in that core, your pelvic floor, cinch those up so we can really draw into the lower abdominal range. So we'll do that one more time. We'll take a nice big inhale. And exhale, releasing, activating this whole region here. And we'll take one more breath. Inhale. Exhale. Allow everything to release and squeezing here. Good. Lovely. Good. So it's just really important that we learn to connect with our pelvic floor, and we're going to spend a little bit more time on that. I just wanted to do it sitting for just a moment. So we'll do it this way for now. Let's bring our feet forward. Sit up nice and tall on your hip bones or your seat bones. Feet on the floor will grow nice and tall. So once again, really drawing in through that pelvic floor, those lower abdominals. Grab the backs of your thighs. We're going to take a nice big inhale, that lateral breathing I was talking about. And then exhale, cinch everything in that lower waistline. So I'm not going to see or be able to see anything, but feeling that activation. We'll take another breath. And exhale. Release one more time. Exhale, release. Cinch it in. And now hold that. We're going to just tuck our pelvis under here and round back so we're really nice and tight in our core. And then sit up nice and tall. Inhale. Release everything. Exhale. Round our spine here. So we're just holding onto our legs. Just activating. Inhale. Moving moving through that low back. Good. Exhale. And inhale. And exhale. Good. And inhale. And exhale. Let's hold it right here, hollowing through the belly, really pulling down. So we're focusing really on that lower abdominals here. Good, just hold. Maybe you can release one hand and then the other hand for just a moment. And let's do it maybe without the hands. If you need to hold on, no worries. Exhale down, just a little C curve. And then coming right back up, inhale. And exhale back down, hold here. Good, maybe we can take our hands over to the right and to the left. We'll do this a couple times. For 2 and 1. Come center, roll yourself back up and just roll yourself forward real quick. And then stack your spine up. We're going to roll on down. So grab the backs of your thighs, roll yourself on down. Let's bring our heels nice and close. So once again, laying here, so we're going to focus on that pelvic floor again. So let's bring our hands in between your pubic bone and your hip bones. And you're going to press down right in between. And so I want you to activate that pelvic floor. Think Kegel exercises. Activate that, and you're going to feel a little protrusion in between or right underneath your fingertips. That's your pelvic floor activating. So I talk about this so much because it's really important that we start tapping into our deep core muscles. So just release, exhale, contract, release, contract. So just activating them, becoming aware. And the more we can become aware of those and start activating them in our movements, we'll start to create a much stronger base for our body. Good. So you can release your hands to the floor. So that same movement, activate, exhale. We're going to roll the pelvis. And then curl the pelvis actually, so C curve. And then let's roll the hips up one vertebra at a time. Try to keep those knees nice and parallel. Keeping the ribs down. And then rolling on down one vertebra at a time. So intricately rolling your spine on down, untucking your pelvis, and then engage once again pelvic floor, rolling your spine. So this is really good for the backside, squeezing your behind, knees track forward, and then roll your spine down one vertebra at a time. We'll do this just a few more times. Let's go 3 more. Rolling up, and maybe ideally we want to get shoulders, hip, or knees, hips, and shoulders in alignment. That may not happen for you today, and that's perfectly fine. Try to see if you can get to that height. If you need to go a little bit lower, that's perfectly fine as well. Good, just working on the height. Let's do one more time. Let's roll it up, tucking, roll, hold it here. Let's do little pulses here. So activating your behind. If your knees, make sure your knees are pressing that way and the heels are pretty close to your hips here. Little pulses for me, pulse. So just really active into the glutes. So bridging is a lovely way to tap into that back side of the body and still engage the core as well. Got little pulses. Let's go 3, 2, and 1. Roll your spine on down. Go ahead and take a little break. We're going to take one leg out at a time, so still activating, keeping the pelvis nice and stable. Let's just reach one leg and then the other leg. Just reaching, so nice and controlled through the core. Reach and reach. So this is just all about control, and as these might feel quite basic and pretty simple to you, it's just a really nice foundational place to start to just connect with your pelvic floor, to connect with your core. Let's go a few more times. For 3, for 2, and 1. Bring it back through center. Now keeping that nice C curve, we have a nice, or not C curve, a little curvature in your spine. Keep it there. We're going to march one leg. And then the other leg, maybe we can just tap your toes on the floor and lift to a tabletop. And then the other one. So very gentle activation, but you'll feel you have to stabilize as you lift that leg. Go ahead and lift and lift. Let's go a few more times here. Nice and controlled. Let's go 3, for 2, and 1. Now let's hold here. Let's hold it to a tabletop. Now you can imprint your spine with both legs lifted. So imprinting means the whole spine touches your mat. So making sure the belly cinches in, that we're not pooching our belly out, is really important. Remember that lateral breathing as well. So here we are, tabletop position. Let's go tapping down and tapping down. Nice. So nice and controlled. Solid through your core. Good, and tap. And tap. Let's go 5 and 4, for 3, for 2, and 1. Hold it right here. We're just going to bring your legs to the sky and then bring them back down. Bring them up. Maybe they can straighten, maybe they don't, and that's okay. Good. Just working on that flexibility of that whole back side. Really strong through your belly. Let's go 3 more. For 3, using your breath. Exhale with effort. And 2. Inhale here. And 1. Maybe we can keep your legs up for just a moment. Let's flex your toes to your nose and grab the backs of your thighs for just a second. Let's point and flex. Let's stretch the backs of the legs. So as we progress in Pilates, there's so much to it. There's a lot of flexibility, and we can get much deeper into the core. It's just a great way to really lengthen and strengthen your muscles at the same time. So let's bring your legs back to a tabletop position. We're going to bring one leg out and bring it back in. Maybe you're just tapping the floor here. Maybe you're just here, and that's perfectly fine. You can continue there. We're just going to start to tap a little bit deeper into our core now, into the stabilizers. So just keeping your head down this whole time. Let's go 5 more. Solid. Let's go 3. Find your breath again for 2. Lovely. And 1. Legs to a tabletop position. Let's bring your arms out to a T. We're going to bring our knees, let's zip them together. We're not going to drop all the way over, but just a little bit to the right. So our left hip is lifting. And then over to the left. So just like a little pendulum, working into the obliques. And maybe you can go a little deeper, and that's great. Whatever works for you. Trying to keep the knees just over the hips. So side to side, you can always have like a little ball or a block in between your thighs to feel a little bit more even with the knees. Good. So let's just work on the obliques. Let's go 4 more times here. Really connecting with those lower abdominals. Let's go 2. And last one. Awesome work. Let's bring both feet down. Actually, let's take them nice and wide. Actually, let's just windshield wiper for just a moment from side to side. Kind of move through the back a little bit. Hug your knees into your chest. Let's just kind of rock and roll on our spines if that feels okay. If not, then just come to a seat and that's fine. And we're going to flip ourselves onto all 4s. So let's come to all 4s. This is one of my favorite movements. It's really quite gentle, but very effective. So let's go wrists right under shoulders, knees right under hips, keeping your spine nice and tall. Or nice and long, that is. So crown of your head reaching, tailbone reaching that way. So this little exercise we're going to do, you're going to just let your belly hang. Just let it drop, and then pull it back in. Let it drop, pull it back in. So inhale, drop. Exhale, pull. Inhale. Exhale, pull it up. This is just a nice activation exercise. Once again, drop. Pull it in. One more time. Drop. Pull it in. Let's hold that. We're going to reach your left leg in your right hand. Fingertips will touch the floor. And let's just lift and lower. Finding some balance or a little instability here. Good. Just lift and lower. Nice and controlled. Good. Trying to keep that back foot flexed, trying to activate into the glutes a little bit more, making sure the spine stays nice and long. Good. Let's go 2 more times. Maybe we can hold here. Find that stability or instability. Find the stability within your body. For 3, shoulders back and down. For 2, and 1. Hand comes down, knee comes down. Let's just take a round of cat-cow in between, moving through the spine. Good. Other side. Right leg, left hand. Reaches toes on the floor, left fingers. Let's lift and lower. Really solid. Squeezing into your glutes, lengthening through your spine. Good. And your gaze just stays forward. It's not looking left or right or up or down. Just forward, so we have a nice long neck. Let's go 3 and 2. Hold it right here for 5, 4, 3. Can you find that nice balance in the body? 2 and 1. Hand down, knee down, 1 round cat-cow. Lovely. So now we're going to alternate. We're going to reach opposite arm, opposite leg, and then reach the other. one. You can always keep your toes tucked if that feels more supportive to you. Really up to you, really lengthening out. And once again, I like to flex my feet because it gets a little bit more into the glutes. If you want to point them, that's fine, but just make sure you're really active into those legs. Let's go just a few more times. Alternating sides. Let's go 3 and 2 and 1. Bring it down. Let's untuck our toes. Let's just push ourselves back and do a child's pose. And just take a breath and sigh it out. Lovely work. Let's roll our spines on up, roll those shoulders into place. Nice work, everyone. So those are just some foundational moves. Very simple, very basic. We can always, and there's so many layering within Pilates for all different levels, all different variations. This is just a really great place to start. Some of these simple exercises to tap into that pelvic floor, into the core. And once again, if we can get that strong, then it really relates to the rest of the body. So it helps to, our stabilizers helps with creating more length in the body, better posture. A lot of the movements we do in Pilates it's all about corrective exercise, posture, alignment, so that our body functions better in life. So we can do everything. So we can lift grandbabies above our heads, so we can climb mountains and swim and all of this stuff. So I guarantee you, if you incorporate a Pilates practice as part of your weekly routine, it will get you stronger from the inside out and create a really long-lasting body. So thank you all so much for joining. I was pleased to be here to give you this little demo. So thank you all, and I hope you have a fabulous day.